jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse.
It was the night before Christmas, and all through the cabin, not a creature was stirring, not even a Zach.
I thought you were gonna do something like a rhyme there, like we're all too busy stabbing or whatever. I don't know. That was the first thing I got.
We're too busy nutcracking.
I don't know that worked, but it's close. I'll give you props for trying.
Thank you. Also throughout the house, on the roof, toppity-top, sat a Shawn.
Are you calling me fat?
What?
He's calling you jolly, I think. You're a very good presence, and you've got a lot of upbeatness to you.
I know, eat the most of what little food we have, but that's very rude. Thank you very much.
Listen, man, we're getting so close to the end of this horror. The movies are running out. We've been burning the leftovers movies in a bonfire in the middle of this cabin for like at least 3 days now.
For sure, we're forced to do that, but
listen, there's a hole outside of. Listen, I can't protect these movies.
bad.
We gotta live.
It's bad. The toilet doesn't work anymore. Not that it matters, because we've already established my butthole is sewn shut. But if I had to pee, of course, that's not good. And we can't really get it fit. So
we've been doing some ice fishing inside.
Yep.
Yeah, and
The
there's
basement
buckets.
flooded. And
Yeah, a
we're
lot
like,
of stuff.
Yep.
The snow is starting to melt a little bit, but can't get this fucking window shut over here, and it's bad.
It is bad. So, like, it's been a rough. Listen, I can't protect these steedies. If Mr. Christmas, the man who has tasked us with all these movies, really wanted to make sure his DVDs, VCRs were protected, he should have maybe,
His laser discs.
I mean, I'm just saying, at least like make sure the window's all right before it blows in on you. At least have a contractor out here. Let him take a look and see. What he sees.
I like to think Mr. Christmas mask guy wouldn't expect somebody to fucking just open it up during Christmas when the winter is out.
Yeah, would you? I mean, I feel like I don't know. I feel like sometimes you know more about him than we do, but maybe it's just, I don't know. I've been in here. I've got cabin fever. Don't mind me. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Nor do I. Also, we've been eating nothing but like sweets all the last like week. So
boy, that's not even a bit. That's actually just too real.
I know, it's been real intense.
I've been eating so many gummy bears.
I've been eating so much brownies and just cookies. I almost bought sugar cookies earlier today. They let me out of the cabin for the allowed 30 minutes. I tried to run away and then couldn't. I went into a Walmart and I was gonna buy something and it was way.
There's a Walmart?
There's a Walmart, but it's really. I got there within the 5-minute rule of like I had to be back. And by the time I got there, I was like, shit, I can't buy anything because it's gonna take me too long. And then I had to run back. Don't go to Walmart on a fucking before a holiday. That's my hot pro tip for anybody out there who's listening to this.
Well, all I can say is, boy, it's Nutcrackers. Am I right? That's movie. All right, the movie we watched today was a very nutty Christmas, starring Melissa Joan Hart.
It is day 11. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there.
Let it end, Jesus.
So I picked this movie because it had a nutcracker that transformed into a human. That's basically it.
That's really on paper. That's a strong like. We were reading this yesterday near the end of it, and I didn't see that part until almost nearly the end of this whole thing. And I was like, you know what? That's enough to get me on board. And you know what? The movie itself, pretty good. Lived up to what I wanted it for. It was goofy. And I liked it. I thought it was great because it was so fucking stupid. And I'm cool with that.
Define? Okay. What's pretty good to you?
Pretty good is knowing that these movies are going to be fucking tire fires and knowing that it's not going to make any bit of sense. And knowing that there's a formula that goes into all of this. So the stupider the formula, the more enjoyment I'm going to get out of it, because just go fucking hog wild. I don't care what you do. Yeah, you know what? A man can become a nutcracker, a human nutcracker. A nutcracker is going to become a human nutcracker and fall in love with this lady who has her shitty ex-boyfriend break up with her. I'm fine with that, dude. That's a good movie. And the guy plays the role so well. He's goofy. He's silly. Like, he was made in Germany. He's got a tattoo on his neck. This is made in Germany. Like, they went all out for it. And he just wants to fuck the Rat King. And that's all I want out of my movie is stupid bullshit like that.
I mean, I think he wants to fight the Rat King, not.
I disagree. Nope. Think Shawn can back me up on that one.
So what you're saying is we've misunderstood the story of the Nutcracker all this time. The actual romance is between the Rat King and titular Nutcracker.
Yeah, and I have a lot of questions about Nutcrackers now, because like this movie, granted, it's not based in, well, it could be based in some reality, I guess. Do Nutcrackers...
if there's a multiverse, this happened in one of them, right?
Yeah, I think maybe the expanded Lifetime universe, maybe there's some stuff that I could read up on. and really get into it. Do all nutcrackers have like some backstory to them? Because like I wasn't aware if that was a thing. This guy was like from Germany and like apparently fought in a war, I guess. I don't know. They made it seem like he did.
He said he did. So
he fought in a war, and now that he's a sentient nutcracker, he's carrying a wooden sword around with him, and he doesn't know. I don't know if he's an actual human, though, because, like, he never uses the restroom or anything like that, so it makes me just think that, like, he's a nutcracker came to life and doesn't have any, like, heart or, like, you know, bowels or, like, small intestine or, like, a spleen. I think he's just a nutcracker that's sent here to protect Melissa Joan Hart, who is the main character, and she's going through some stuff. I guess that's that's kind of the synopsis of the movie. I don't know what else to say other than Melissa Joan Hart she's a baker, and it's Christmas time. She's got to make these cookies. She just came off a shitty relationship.
Army, I guess? For military of some kind?
I don't know. I kind of missed that. I don't know. I kind of missed that part.
Air Force.
Sure. Yeah, something like that. There you go. And like she's making she's working with her friends, making these cookies for the Air Force, I guess. And she breaks up with her shitty boyfriend, who also is going to play the Santa Claus because it's Christmas. And he's like, "Hey, I'm cool Santa, guys. What's up? I'm cool Santa." And apparently one night she goes to bed, and then there's a nutcracker just sort of staring at the clock, and then she wakes up, and the next morning there's a full-fledged man in a nutcracker outfit just lying on her fucking floor. Apparently she was going to rent out her house to somebody else, and she thought that he was the somebody else, and then it turns out the guy never shows up, and apparently he lied to Melissa Joan Hart because he was like, "I'm here." He never really lied, though. He was just like, "I'm here to protect you." And then Melissa Joan Hart spent like 15 minutes of this movie being mad at him because this man's here to protect her and save her from the Rat King. And I didn't understand that. She got really upset. But, you know, whatever. It works out in the end, just like every other movie. So I'm happy. This was a funny movie. It was a silly movie, and I liked it a lot. I don't know that Alby feels the same way as
moment.
I do, but
I put it 3, dog. It's fine.
What are you taking umbrage with, though? It seems like you're not as on board. It's a silly, stupid fucking movie.
I don't know. It's just not very...
If you say grounded in reality, I will punch you in the throat.
No, it's just, I don't know. The funny moments didn't hit with me quite so much. And
he said, "I'm gonna fuck the Rat King." How's that not funny?
That was pretty funny. He did say that. For a Lifetime movie, that's pretty progressive, too. I don't know how they allowed that.
He holds out 2 nuts in between the head of a guy's head and cracked them both.
That was a good moment, sure.
He busted a nut between this guy's head.
He did. I saw it.
At one point, he looked out a window, and the fucking window frame covered up a middle of a truck signing, so it said Rat King instead of what it really said. That was fucking dumb as shit, but it was really hilarious.
It was really fucking stupid. Like, all of it was really dumb. But, like, again, if you're gonna make one of these movies, just make a dumb movie. Like, go all the way. Don't go in between. Go all the way in one direction. Either play it fucking serious, play it fucking dumb. And that's what they did. Played it dumb. The main actor, the guy that was playing Chip, who is the Nutcracker come to life, Barry Watson, great job. He was just a fun, goofy guy the entire time. Really just having a great time playing his role. Really just fucking acting like a grown-up child. Like, getting to fulfill your fantasy of just acting like a dope on a movie. Like, I feel like he probably had a really good time with this role, and he really enjoyed it. I don't know. He was smiling a lot. I don't know. If I had that role, I would have been having a good time with it. Yeah, it's fine. Like, it's a good movie compared to what else we watched. I don't know. Maybe
Sure.
I'm just in the minority on that one.
I enjoyed it as well. It's just not my, like, I don't know. You guys are over the moon about it, and it just seemed like, yeah, that was a better one. I don't know. It was fun. Everybody was good, and it was enjoyable.
I'm just considering the past couple of movies we've watched. Okay, hear me out. Past couple of movies we've watched are just not, like, they're romance, but it's just, like, it's a boring romance sort of thing. You know, like, Tia Mowry, I can respect her acting skills, but, like, it wasn't resonating. Just wasn't, like, it felt sort of, like, just black. Like, we're making this. Like, we just sort of made this. This one felt like it had some charm to it, like it was kind of fun.
Sure.
And it's just, there was something about it that just felt really different
genuine?
from the ones that we've watched. Yeah, and a little genuine with the guy who was just like, "I'm here to help you, and I want to save you from the Rat King." And he said it a lot. And, like, he was a nutcracker. Did you miss the part where he was a nutcracker that came to life?
No,
Can I interest you in that part?
I get you. I mean, I love me some Nutcracker. It was a good movie. It's like number 3 for me.
Okay, so it's number 3.
You.
Okay.
You guys
I'll
are just,
take
like,
3.
over the moon.
I'll take 3.
Yeah,
That's fine. No,
out
that's
of all
fine.
the ones we watched, yeah, that's real good.
I just don't know. Like, I don't know. It felt like I've trudging through some of these. This one was fun, and I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was a good, fun movie about Christmas.
It was. was. I really enjoyed it. I think the main actor was really great in it. I think Melissa Joan Hart still has some acting chop. And I think everybody kind of had a lot of fun. It seemed like a fun production, and it seemed like a pretty good movie.
I think so. And it's hard to really riff on it because, like, yeah, there was some fun scenes, like Shawn had mentioned, of like the guy, the Nutcracker, who was just wanting to defend Melissa Joan Hart's honor against this Rat King at every chance he gets. Seeing the moving truck that is called Mousel and like moving trucking or something like that.
Mouse trucking.
Yeah, it's Mousel and whatever moving like trucking thing. So like the way that they frame the shot, like he's in this sort of like bar kind of thing talking to people, and like he's like, I'm here to save her from the Rat King, and then he looks and out the window he can see it, and we get an extreme zoom in on the van that is there for Melissa Joan Hart to like take her cookies and all of that. And it just, obviously there is a pole right in the line of sight, so you just see Mouse King, and it was really like just a real dumb fucking thing. And it's like, how are they going to play off the Mouse King thing? Like, you're sitting there the entire time going like, hey, he's here to defend from the Mouse King. Who is the Mouse King? Who is that going to be? I thought it was going to be the shitty ex-boyfriend. I don't know, because he kind of had it coming. That guy was a real asshole. So, you know, if he would have hit him with a wooden sword, I wouldn't have been upset about it. But no, it's just these guys wearing fucking fake mustaches, like a movie. Do we understand why they were wearing fake mustaches? I don't understand that.
No,
part.
I don't. Yeah, that one's weird.
They were just, that was a weird, I mean, it makes them look more mouse-like, I guess, which they didn't really, I don't know. They didn't really explain why they would have written that in there, so that would happen. Whatever, it's a Lifetime movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think it all was, I don't know, it was like a funny kind of blend of, it's what I wanted from one of these, is like yes, there's sort of a romance element to it, but it's more focused on like this, the Mad Chris kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think we haven't had a lot of that. We've had a lot of romances, so I'm glad we got a little Mac of Christmas.
Yeah, me too. Lots of Nutcrackers in here too. A lot of good Nutcracker. I've been keeping tabulation on the Nutcrackers happening here. There was a lot of good Nutcracker happening where they were just staring at you. There's one on a poster with its mouth open. Very angry Nutcracker. Don't know what they did to piss that Nutcracker off on that poster.
You don't want to know.
He was upset. Very, very upset. Staring at me, the viewer, going like, I'd fuck you up right now if you were here. And I'm like, I'm not. Please. I'm in a festive mood. I'm watching this with my family. I don't need that in my life right now.
Family now. Okay. Question: how many people actually use a Nutcracker for its intended purpose? Is that for me?
I don't know that I've ever used a Nutcracker for its intended purpose.
Me either.
Not that I've ever done it for a non-intended purpose, because I know how that sounded coming out of my mouth. I've never used a Nutcracker to crack a nut.
Well, you know, maybe this Christmas, get yourself a Nutcracker and crack a nut with them.
I've never had chestnuts either, but I think we talked about that. Like, I don't understand what a chestnut like even is. So.
It's a nut.
Yeah, I know, but like, is it a nut in the same way a reindeer is like not an actual thing? Like, we all know.
Listen, I love a good cracking a nut with a Nutcracker. It's very fun. Everything sprays everywhere, and the Nutcracker seems very happy when you do it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, no. Shawn, do you have any thoughts on this? I feel like you're maybe ruminating over there, and I've talked out my portion of this.
Oh, I'm so tired. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
You sound tired. You sound really tired right now. Are you having a sugar crash right now? I know we got a lot of stuff here in this cabin to eat, but
I did finish off that eggnog that we had.
Yeah. I'm glad you did, and also I'm not hearing any ill effects from the eggnog during what we're doing now, so I appreciate that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either.
Well, what's the IMDb for this one here?
Okay, I like this movie.
Okay, good. That's what I wanted. I wanted to know how you felt, because I feel like Alby and I have talked enough. We want to hear Shawn's thoughts on this.
I thought, again, if like any of these movies, if they can't be they can't have a really realistic romance, because it always has to take place during Christmas. So instead of being a serious romance, like I think Zach has been saying, you can't be serious romance because it has to take place within a week. So I like this more like comedic, like a rom-com, where it's not the whole thing wasn't focused on the romance. There's a lot of comedic parts to it that I thought was pretty funny. Where now I like this more because it actually makes it pretty fun to watch instead of like most of these like Hallmark movies where it's just a fucking drag to watch because nothing funny or interesting happens. So I thought this movie is much more tolerable to watch because of the way they incorporate comedy into it. Okay, you can go ahead.
Yeah, that's how. That pretty much hits the nail on the head for me as well. You said it way more efficiently than I did, which is just these fucking movies are so dry when it comes to the humor aspect of it, and the romance isn't even that much of a fun thing in most of these things. It's just more like, it's going to happen. It's inevitable that like 45 minutes into it, there's going to be some weird conflict. And then about, 30 minutes towards the end, they start making up. And then like 10 minutes near the end, you're like, okay, they're going to actually kiss and fall in love or whatever. At least this one.
They would do the whoopee.
The what?
The whoopee. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, they do the whoopee. Yeah, and at least in this one, it was so out of left field and just so stupid. Like, it was going for things where you're just like, you read the plot line and you go, that's fucking dumb, but all right, yeah, why not? And that's why Shawn kept saying that, like, yeah, these last two are going to be real good ones. And I was like, okay, Shawn, yeah, sure. And then he read that yesterday. Alby read it yesterday. I was like, okay, you got me on the hook. I'm interested. And then we watched it, and it was actually better than I thought it would be. And you know what? That's not a high bar, but it was good, and I appreciate that it was so dumb.
Yep.
And just like that guy was just like a big puppy dog, just a dumb puppy dog running around, having a good time, cracking all these nuts, man, just having a ball, and that's all.
Having a nut,
having a good old fashioned good nut. We all just need a good nut every now and then, you know.
I know, I do.
I do too.
Well,
yeah, no, the IMDb. I'm gonna look this up. We've got a very nutty Christmas pulled up here on the IMDb. This came out November 30th, 2018 of this year, and this year 2018, and this thing has, let me drum roll this, 6.4 out of 10. That's low. That should be at least a 7 in my mind.
I would think more like, 7. 7 seems fair for that one.
6.8 maybe. You know, a nice 6.9 perhaps.
Yes, sure.
To put it in perspective, the last movie we watched was 6 point.
Yeah, that last one was not great either.
No.
It was okay.
This one's probably like a 7.5 if we're going based off of the last one.
Yes.
I'm just gonna go
Only
ahead.
one movie has been over 7, and that's No Sleep Till Christmas.
And that was actually a good movie.
Yes.
In its own
outside
right.
of being a Christmas movie, it was also a good movie.
Yeah, it was. These reviews are pretty favorable for this movie so far from what I see on the IMDb page for A Nutty Christmas. Film classic with a K says, I'm nuts about it. Gives it 10 out of 10. I see what they did there in the title. Let's see, we got another 10 out of 10 here from Westy Dancer, A Christmas Must. He or she? I don't know. It's 2018. Yeah, no, a lot of good reviews here. Not a lot of people really. Okay, there's a 1 out of 10 here. Okay, Jan Manuel 2, being a real Grinch about this movie. This movie is so boring. Melissa Joan Hart is a wooden actress with one facial expression throughout. Who told her she could act? Okay, it's a little mean. I'm not gonna read the rest of this because it seems very harsh.
Yeah, don't read the rest of that, dog. I'm reading that. That guy is very angry about this Christmas movie in a way that is.
4 out of 17 people found your review helpful, Jan Manuel 2. So maybe shove it is all I will say. And then another 1 out of 10 here, but for the most part, 9s, 10s, 8s. People really enjoyed this movie, and it was, fair enough because it was a good movie. For what it is, I enjoyed it. Solid movie.
So what's our next movie?
Did you know in the Lifetime movie SantaCon, Melissa Joan Hart and Barry Watson play siblings? There they play romantic interest.
Ooh, that's a little.
That's
okay.
a trivia for this movie.
That's some good trivia. I like the trivia.
There's a factual goof. When Kate brings the packages to the post office to be mailed, none of them have any addresses or anything at all written on them.
Well, that seems. I mean, as somebody here who is making Christmas cards, that just seems like the wrong way to do it, huh?
Yes, I agree. you gotta put the date on it, or when, or how are they gonna know where it's gonna go?
How are they gonna know? How's it gonna get there? How does the mail do mail? I also want to just point out real quickly about this movie. It does just use some like straight up good Christmas music, which is always nice. Like good old fashioned Christmas music, not horrible bands doing horrible covers of Christmas. Although there was one in there that was questionable. Boy, that one was like a sad version of a song. Maybe we've just been watching too many game trailers here in the past couple of years, but I just wasn't down with the sad part of that. That was a little much for me. And it was bad. But yeah, they just use straight up actual good, honest to God, good Christmas songs in this, which is very nice. Like, Christmas Waltz or something. I don't remember the names off the top of my head, but it's just like, they go to an actual Nutcracker theatrical sort of play, and they just play the music, the actual good music. Just nice. I always appreciate good Christmas music. Gets me in the festive mood.
I agree.
Okay. What I think, if we don't have any other things to really nail down here about this movie, because it was actually all right. Do we have the next movie? The last movie tomorrow.
Oh, is it really the end?
Yeah, it's day 11. Today's day 11.
Oh, is it finally ending? Oh.
There is light in sight, my friend.
There's one more VCR. Oh, there's one VCR tape. What's this tape? Let me pick it up and read it. There you go. Okay, got it.
Wait, what? Really? What?
Our final
I'm peeking
movie.
over your shoulder. I'm peeking over your shoulder, and I'm ready for you to read it because I'm kind of interested.
The Christmas Chronicles, starring everybody's favorite Kurt Russell. The story of a sister and brother, Kate and Todd Pierce, whose Christmas Eve plan to catch Santa Claus on camera turns into an unexpected journey that most kids would only dream about.
Okay, Kurt Russell, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
He looks pretty good as Santa on the front cover of this VCR tape.
Yeah, he does. I'm looking at it right right now. Is this a wait? Who made this? USA?
Netflix.
Netflix. Okay, because okay. It said USA. I'm sorry. That just means country. This is okay. So it is Netflix, huh? So this might actually be an okay movie.
Yeah, could be good.
I'm just looking at the still photos. There's a kid wrapped in Christmas lights, so that's dark.
A lady,
a
lady from According to Jim is in it.
According to, I don't know who that is.
You know, the lady from According to Jim.
Yeah, I loved According to Jim. It was one of my favorite shows.
Wow.
What was According to Jim even? I get that confused with Kevin James vehicles, and I hate myself for even knowing any Kevin James shows. Who doesn't love King of Queens? What a show. Let's talk about King of Queens.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about it.
I don't want to.
All right, well, I guess let's toss this very nutty Christmas on the fire, and we have one more left until we don't have any movies to watch and we burned all of our forms of entertainment. Oh God, what have we done? Oh God, no, no.
Yeah, this KFC Yule log is the spices of the way it smells is just it's starting to get to me. So
what have we done?
We got to end this sooner or later.
What have we done?
We're getting there. We're getting there. My
oh
laptop.
God, the Nutcracker.
The Nutcracker, is he back? Okay. My laptop blew up, so I can't even use the internet. So we're just stuck here. You might want to go make sure the Nutcracker doesn't come after us, please.
He's just staring through the window now.
Is he? Oh God, not again! Not again!
Kaz is sleeping. That's good.
Sean's asleep.
While this
Yeah, no, he doesn't need to see
stares
this.
at us.
He doesn't need to
window.
see this. The Yeti out there. I don't know how you're feeling.
I gotta give him a call. I'm gonna give him a call on this.
Very icy relationship right now. I didn't even mean to. Sorry, I didn't mean to make that a pun. That was just.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Guess next week tomorrow we'll have our final movie. Get excited!
Everybody, get excited! The last one of these.
The bird machine. Check.